And welcome. If you are just joining us on Morning at NTV, we are broadcasting live from the Kampala Serena Conference Center. For those that went with us into the break, many thanks for staying on board. We now go into a look at technology for justice and peace. It's a conversation that will be looking at innovations that are aimed at improving the dispensation of justice and, of course, looking at the role of technology in that. I have a very interesting young man who shall be giving us perspective on that. But before I introduce him, let me just give you a preamble. With humanitarian crisis among the biggest challenges the world is facing today, innovators are looking to new technologies and big data to help make humanitarian aid and interventions quicker, more efficient, as well as effective. One body at the heart of this drive is located in The Hague, which is known as the City of Peace and Justice. As early as 2012, the Hague Institute for Innovation of Law, or HAIL, launched the Justice Accelerator to scout and support the world's best innovations in the field of justice dispensation. It has a yearly portfolio of 30 innovations. Since then, it's seen, or rather, The Hague has opened a $660,000 fund to encourage and assist technological innovations within the field of peace, justice, and humanitarian affairs, with a maximum possible funding of 50,000 euros. Some of the innovations to result from these kind of projects have been immensely impactful. Crime and Sync in Sierra Leone, founded by Sorbea Darfe, an electrical engineer and lawyer, as well as the 2019 Obama Foundation Africa Leader, is a software solution to help the management of legal cases and provide better transparency in the legal system. Wow, technology for justice and peace. You could be asking yourself a question. How then is an innovation that is techy going to improve the ability of the courts to do their job? Collins Mugadia is a program associate at the Hague Institute for Innovation of Law, HAIL, and he's here. A very warm welcome, Mr. Mugadia.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm okay.
We do understand that every sector is adopting to the reality of the day, and that is the use, effective, I must emphasize, use of technology. For the justice system, particularly, these innovations are important in perhaps doing away with the case backlog, but most importantly, ensuring that justice is done and rolled out effectively. We have seen cases where people have to wait because a judge cannot be able to carry out a trial on a timely basis. Before we look at how technologies are going to be improving and how these innovations are rolling out, first briefly take us through again the Hague Institute for Innovation of Law and its mandate.
Thank you so much. So my name is Collins Mugadia, as you had introduced me, Program Associate at the Hague Institute for Innovation of Law. The Hague Institute for Innovation of Law, or HAIL, is a social enterprise that is mandated, that is focused on user-friendly justice. By user-friendly justice, I mean that justice that is accessible, affordable, and also easy to understand even by the layman. We have an ambitious goal of supporting over 150 million people, prevent or resolve their most pressing justice challenges by 2030.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay, so when you look at I will call it a matrix, technology, justice, and peace, I would readily understand how it plays into effectively rolling out, justice by the courts. What is the dimension for peace? Innovations for peace.
Innovations for peace. I hope I'm getting you clearly. So at HAIL, like I said, our focus is on user-friendly justice.
What do you mean when you say user-friendly justice?
Like I said, when I say user-friendly justice, it means that this is justice that is easy to access. I mean, if someone has a land wrangle or a dispute, if they need to access maybe a court or talk to a legal practitioner or get advice, they can easily walk into that office and get that counsel that they need. It is also affordable that they can get these services at a low cost.
A low cost.
And also it is effective, or it is easy to understand. Yes.
Does that apply more like the use of an app?
Could be a use of an app, could be an online system, online or offline. Yeah.
All right. So fundamentally, you're looking at this from the from outside the court system. Isn't there a framework that simplifies things from the inside?
Of course, there have been innovations that help people access maybe justice from inside the courtrooms, from within the courtrooms.
Yeah, the precincts, yeah.
Yes, and there is also been innovations that help maybe people get closer, get information for the justice challenges that they might have.
Yeah. Now, the average Ugandan down there in the villages and rural areas, they are heavily marginalized. Many of them don't or can't afford the technologies that can help them access justice as quickly as these innovations do provide. Are you looking at only those that are elite or able to access the technology itself even before they access the justice?
At Hill, I started with saying it's a friendly justice.
Yeah.
It is accessible and also easy to understand. So the beauty about innovations is that to innovate is to solve an existing challenge.
Yeah.
It can be with a new solution or improving on an already existing maybe solution that has been there. With innovation, now let's talking about the aspect of technology, because maybe when we say technology, people think internet, but there are systems that are offline, that work offline.
Offline, yeah.
And someone can get probably information via SMS, can get maybe the counsel that they need, or they can be directed to the nearest legal practitioner to give them maybe the services that they need.
All right. Now, let's go into a case study so that we can understand best how this works. The Jenga Haki case study is one that is being rolled out in Uganda. Is it similar to what I see here as the crime sync that was the case of Sierra Leone? Is it?
I wouldn't say.
Or I've gotten it, I've mixed them.
Let me just expound on that Jenga Haki.
Yeah.
So actually Jenga Haki simply means innovating justice.
What language is that?
It is Swahili. It is a Swahili word.
Jenga Haki.
Jenga Haki. Yeah.
My Swahili needs improving.
Justice. So
innovating
together,
justice.
innovating justice.
Okay.
Jenga Haki is a Hill ideation program that has been designed to bring individuals, like-minded individuals, innovative individuals, and then provide them with an environment to build a prototype of a solution. This prototype of a solution is should focus on addressing a land justice challenge. Some of the common land justice challenges I'm talking about, boundary disputes, ownership, maybe succession disputes or transfer of ownership, things like that. So the Jenga Haki is focusing on solutions that are addressing land justice challenges in Uganda. So yeah, basically that's a brief about Jenga Haki. It's a program that is going to intended to attract individuals with multidisciplinary backgrounds in particularly law, or people who have a legal background. And we're also looking out for people who have a background in IT or software development, definitely, because we are using technology to address these challenges. And of course, people with business knowledge or entrepreneurship, because at the end of the day, these solutions should be able to scale and also be sustainable. So that is the aspect of having someone with a business or entrepreneurship knowledge. And they'll be matched to form teams, so that we have a team of co-founders working together to build a prototype of a solution together.
Okay. Looking at the greater context of the dispensation of justice, many people say justice delayed is justice denied. And I'm sure any innovation, and that is technological, is bound to ensure that justice is rolled out more easily and in the quickest way possible. Have you engaged with the government of Uganda or any state and non-state actors on how fast this can be rolled out?
Definitely. HEAL does not work in a vacuum. We have partnerships with JELOS.
JELOS, that is the Justice Law and Order sector.
Yes. We have partnerships with different stakeholders. We are working closely with different stakeholders in the justice space. Yeah. So at HEAL we not only support entrepreneurs, but we also do research. And this research, we work with the Justice Law and Order sector. This research has been shared with all these stakeholders, government and non-government stakeholders in the justice space. So basically, this is supposed to inform policy and also help the government agencies and departments in the justice space to be in position to design activities that address the most pressing justice challenges of people in the Ugandan communities.
All right. The justice system in Uganda, as we close this conversation, is a mine for big data. And I'm sure any innovation should be able to put in place a mechanism that controls data. Anyway, that is it for now. I think the Hague Institute for Innovation of Law is a good initiative, and we shall be making a follow-up on the progress of the interventions that you're up to. Many thanks, Mr. Collins Mugadia, the Program Associate at the Hague Institute for Innovation of Law. That will do it for this discussion, but Priscilla Regina Daloga shall be returning very shortly to have a look at one of the most pertinent issues of our time relating to climate change and much more. Do stay with us.